Hey guys, Coach Danielle here, and welcome back to Black Women Equal Pay Day, your place for all things pay equality. And we have been just hitting you in the head with some of the most amazing speakers, tools, and resources to help you do things that you don't necessarily know about. And today is no exception. I never knew that selling your business was an option. I had no clue. I've heard people do it. I've heard about mergers and acquisitions, but I had no clue that it was an option for small business owners. And as small business owners, you need to make sure you keep your options open. That being said, I'm going to present to you today Ms. Temycka Carlton, and she's going to be helping you understand how to create a plan B for your business. Go ahead, Temycka.
I want to say thank you so much for having me. This is super important because a lot of people don't know about exits and selling your business. So we're going to talk about how to create a plan B for your business. The question I have is, do you have an exit strategy? A lot of people probably don't. Who is this for? This is for anybody who feels like you're ready, but you're not really sure if this is the right thing for you. Or if you've been in your business for a while, it's doing phenomenal, but you're just overwhelmed. You don't want to do it anymore. You want to do something different. Or you're just in a place you just want to retire and you want to leave it to your kids or your grandkids, whatever the case may be, or you just want to leave on your terms, right? This is for you. Having that exit strategy, having that plan in place is super crucial and super beneficial to anything you do in life, right? A lot of times we think, okay, well, we can exit our job. Yeah, but you can also exit your business as well, right? A lot of people don't know that when you exit your business, it's a whole different level. It frees you up to the point you're able to do whatever it is that you feel you want to do in life. So the question remains is, do you have a plan for getting out? A lot of times we don't think about having a plan to get out. We don't know what that looks like. We have no clue what that is. So I want you guys to stay to the end. I have a special bonus for you that's going to put you on the roadmap to success, to having that exit plan, right? You might be saying, I don't even know what an exit plan is. Well, an exit plan is simply, it's, how do you sell your business, right? It's a plan that you put in place. It's a plan that gives you all the tools that you need to successfully exit. So that could be anywhere from, just knowing who your ideal market is, right? So say, for instance, you have a business that is a furniture company and you had it for over 5 years, 10 years, and, you don't want it anymore. Or you become so debilitating to the fact where you can't even function anymore, right? And your family, they don't know what to do with it, but you want to sell it, right? A lot of times people don't know that there's a backup plan. So why is this so important? This is super, super important because it's going to shape the future of your business. It is, right? And also it's so important because you understand how to respond to those unsolicited offers that people give you. A lot of times when you're in business, you have offers from people that either want to buy into your business, want to take over your business, but you have no clue what exactly they're trying to do or what the benefit is for them. But also it's just understanding the worth of your business. As business owners, we do not know the worth of our business, right? Sometimes we attach a dollar sign, but it's more than just a dollar sign in your business, right? Knowing your worth is about, do you know what your company mission, vision, and value is? Do you know along the lines how it's going to be successful? Do you know the impact it's going to be able to bring to the clients that you have, right? During the pandemic, when we had the pandemic, a lot of people, went out of business and they didn't have an exit plan, right? So either their companies got sold or they're in debt because they didn't know that they could sell their business and they can profit off of it on their terms, right? So 66% of businesses lack an exit plan. That number is super alarming because it's over half of the people who are in business do not have an exit plan. They have no clue what they're going to do after their business. do you fall in that 66%? That's the question that you should ask yourself, right? 3 to 5 years before, right, you decide that you even want to exit your business, you should have an exit plan, right? I always say, well, once you start a business, you should definitely implement an exit plan, because you have no clue what's going to happen during the duration of your business. You don't know if you're going to get sick. You don't know if you're going to have family issues, and you're not able to really be in your business. And a lot of times as business owners, we start as solopreneurs. We don't have a team. So if something was to happen to you, your business is like no longer, right? Whereas if you had a team, at least you have a little bit of help, but sometimes you can't always depend on them, because you are the CEO of your business. You are the founder of your business, right? And also just consider a succession plan, right? Having that success plan that you know that at the end of all of this, you can retire in peace. You can set your family up for peace, and you can have a peace of mind to the point where you know that this is beneficial to you. And then appointing a capable management team. When I say that, a lot of people don't know is when you exit your business or sell your business, you need to have attorneys, right? Or either have mergers and acquisition consultants, right? These are people who can help you consult in your business, right? These are people who can help you find those buyers, right? Motivated buyers, right? Or motivated sellers. These are the people that can help you put all the paperwork together. These are people that can help you legitimately, right? Sell your business at whatever you wanted to sell it at, whether it's market value, or if it's to the point where you're like, okay, how much can I really get for this business, right? And that's where it comes in, that we don't know our value, we don't know our worth, right? Because you might be thinking your business is worth 2 million, right? 1 million, 500,000, it could be worth more than that. And don't make your leaving plan your main priority. A lot of times what happens is, even as business owners, we set ourselves up to think about our retirement, right? To think about our leaving, like, okay, well, we're leaving. What kind of plan are we going to have for when we leave? And I say, don't make it your leaving plan, right? Your priority, because when you're a business owner, so many things can happen. You may want to sell your business. You may not want to sell your business, right? Or you may have to give up your business for whatever reason, right? So when you make it a priority, you start to think about those things and forget about the little things within your business. Also, this is super important because you have to be aware that when you sell, right? When you sell your business, any shape, form, or fashion, when you sell your business, you become the person that a lot of people come to because you have something they want, right? So because you have something that they want, just be aware that when you sell, it is on your terms. Also, you have to be aware that customers will find your company more desirable when you have an exit strategy, when you have a plan in place. Because what that says to the buyer and what it says to everybody else is that you have kept massive track of the analytics, the KPIs, all the numbers in your business. But what it also says to them is this business worth buying, right? Or is my business ready to sell? A lot of times you might have a business right now that's ready to sell, and you don't know that it's ready to sell because you don't have the data. You don't have the information to back up that, right? And you also have to be able to be psychologically ready to leave. A lot of times we psych ourselves up and we may be like saying, okay, I'm ready to leave. I just want to give it up. I don't want to have nothing to do with it. But in our heart, we're not ready to leave, right? So we're not ready to give up our business. We're not ready to give up everything that's attached to it. Just know that when you sell your business, you don't necessarily have to sell your entire business. If you want, you could sell parts of your business, right? Or you can sell, areas of your business, right? Or you can outsource areas of your business. So you don't have to fully, completely sell it if you decide not to. You could still be an owner within your business, but have somebody else within your business taking over all the other stuff, right? These are the things that people don't know. right? You'll also be able to profit from a thriving market, right? That's super key because as you're selling your business and as you're in the market, we don't know what markets are out there that are selling either at top dollar or that are selling to the point where we can get what we're looking for, right? Without even flinching. But also being ready with the exit paperwork. There's nothing like trying to have somebody buy your business or you sell your business, but your paper's not in alignment, right? That means that your documents are not there. That means you're missing stuff, but it makes it harder and it prolongs the selling process. And that's something you don't want. And also you have to be prepared for the discussion of why you're selling, right? Why you want to get out, right? And even the people that are around you, are these people that are helping you decide what to do with the business, or is it solely on you? And it makes you gain autonomy for life after work. Because business, yes, is work. You got to remember, what are you going to do once you sell? Are you going to open up another business, right? Or are you going to retire? What is it that you want to do? That's the question. Who am I? Well, my name is Temycka Carpenter Carlson. I help 6 and 7 figure business owners grow, scale, and sell their business. That's what I do. I also specialize in business growth and exit strategy. I've been in the legal world for over 15 years. I've seen firsthand how operational planning and exit strategy can benefit businesses. I am the only Black female exit strategist. And I'm uniquely positioned because I help businesses of all sizes achieve their dream desired. There are not a lot of people talking about selling businesses and showing you how to exit. Whether you're looking to grow your business, scale your business, operations, or sell your business, I can show you the roadmap to success. And that's the key, is having something of value, having something of an asset for you, right? Having something that's another revenue stream for you, however you want it to be. What qualifies me? I'm a serial entrepreneur, have a lot of experience in building and selling businesses, have adjusted sales ranging from 1 million to just under 10 plus million, right? I also have 2 masters, one in mental health counseling and sports exercise psychology. I'm a freelancer for the International Association of Professional Writers and Editors, but I've also generated multiple 6 figures and beyond within the online space, as well within a brick and mortar business offline. That's what qualifies me. My skills give me the ability to help, right, 6-figure, 7-figure business owners and growing, scaling, and selling their companies, preparing them for impending exits, or simply just getting them in the position to retire, if that's what you want to do. Or either, just having a backup plan in case you decide to one day just leave altogether or do something else. Or if you say to yourself, right, you want your business, but you have another business, but you want to get rid of one of them, right? Sometimes that's what happens. Or, right, you want to be in the position that you might be on the other end of it. You might be a buyer who is looking for businesses, right? And have no clue how to position yourself, position your business to be able to be searchable for others, right? So you have to have these plans in place. They're going to help everybody, right? So here's how to create a plan B for your business and what to expect. Does this describe you, right? You've been putting a lot of effort into growing your business for a while, and now the rewards are beginning to show, right? But what if something were to happen to you and would ruin all of that? What would you do? If so, you have to come up with a plan B. A lot of people do not have plan Bs in their business. It's just they have a plan A. The plan A is whatever idea they have and they run with it, right? You got to remember, you can't put all of your eggs in one basket, right? And a lot of times as business owners, that's what we do. We put our eggs in one basket and we feel like, yes, let's grow this company, let's leverage this company, and we're going to have this company forever. Nothing is forever, right? We all know this, right? So having that backup strategy, having that backup plan, that enables you to accomplish whatever your objective is, right? You have to, when you think of an exit strategy, you have to think of what is the end game? What is it that I want to do when it's all said and done, right? A lot of people do not have an end game. They have as close as I want to hit maybe 5 million, 10 million. But that's not really an end game, right? The end game is, are you going to keep your business? Are you going to leverage your business? Are you going to sell your business, right? To do something else, right? The thing is, you don't want to stay confined to just feeling like, right? Especially like when you're in a job, right? There's a point in time where that comes to an end. And if the pandemic hasn't shown us anything, that it should have shown us that nothing is concrete, nothing is set for life, right? It could be taken away from us at any given point in time. So what are you going to do when it comes to setting yourself up with an exit strategy, right? You also got to say to yourself, what is the value of my business? A lot of people don't know what the value of their business is because they never thought about it, right? So you got to determine the number of factors within your business, right? The size of your company, if you have team members, if you are understanding the value of what you bring to the market, right? What services do you offer? How can you be an asset to someone else or viable to someone else? But also, right? Why would people want to buy my business? That's what you should say to yourself is why. Because it's kind of like this bargain thing, right? Everybody wants something, right? Especially when it's in the sell buy, right? You sell something because somebody wants it, or you sell it because you don't want it. And people buy it because that's what they want. Your business is the same thing. Just like that brand new house that you want, you're going to figure out how to get it, right? It's the same way in your business. And then you got to think of it, how much time will selling my business really, really equate to? Because sometimes it can happen right away. And sometimes it can take 3 months, 6 months, years, because it's a process. And then you got to say, what is your personal goal of selling it? Why do you want to sell it? So a lot of times when you avoid putting all your eggs in one basket, you answer these questions so you know what options you have. And it's nothing like not having options. Does this also describe you? You're working hard to build your business, but you've been struggling lately. You don't know what to do next and you feel like giving up. The following phase involves identify any potential issues with plan A. A lot of times we do not look at plan A, the initial plan, to see where the gaps are, where the loopholes are. We don't. So the fact that we don't look at those, we don't know what's missing. So when we go to sell or exit our business, or we try to leverage or grow our business, we can't. And we stay stuck. You stay stuck because you never looked at the initial plan that you had to see what were the missing pieces to fill it. That's the same thing as like when you sell your business. Does your business have all the moving parts to sell it? Does it? And a lot of times we don't know that, right? What is your long-term goal when it comes to making sure your business is the most viable business ever? Also, are you afraid of failing and not having a plan B? A lot of times we are afraid of failing in anything we do. We're afraid of failing. When it comes to selling your business or exiting your business, a lot of times we do not think about that. Just like everybody has an expiration date. We don't think about that. We're afraid of that. And we're afraid of that for the simple fact is because, you know, it's unknown, it's foreign to us, but we're also afraid it's because we don't want reality to smack us in the face. And a lot of times that's what happens when it's time to sell your business or exit your business. You don't have a plan B. You don't know what you're going to do after you leave that business. You don't know what you're going to do next because you haven't decided and you haven't put in place what it is you need to do, right? And having that exit plan is what's going to set you up to have that backup plan, that plan B. So when you decide to leave, you're set up properly. You have additional revenue streams coming in if that's what you want to sell your business for, right? Or you have a backup plan, or you have something you can pass down to your kids. Finally, you must implement your backup plan and keep an eye on it. There's so many times in business, especially when it comes to selling your business and just having an exit strategy, is that we tend to put things in place in our business and we never look at it again. And that's the worst thing you ever can do is put something in your business, right? And never look at it again. When we set up businesses, we have a vision, a dream, a desire, right? We have something we want. We want to get to the next level. We want to help so many people. We want to be the next greatest thing. But you can't if you don't have the moving pieces in your business. And the reality of it is an exit strategy should be included in every business that's out there. The fact that 66% of business owners do not have it is an alarming number, because that's over half of business owners that don't have an exit strategy. So if their business is underperforming, if they want to retire, or if they want to do something different, they still have this, as I put it, bill, right? Or they still have this thing that's hanging over their head. The thing that you envisioned, the thing that you desired, the thing that you wanted to build and bring to the forefront. So my question to you is, are you going to let it hang over your head? Are you going to say to yourself, if we decide, right, that we want to sell it, or we decide we want to do something else, we have an exit plan. We also got to look at the long term, that, life happens, right? If something was to happen to me medically, or if something was to happen to me where I can't do this anymore, do I have someone who's willing to take over? Do I have, something in place that they know at the end of the day what my wishes are, right? A lot of people don't have that, right? They might think about it in their life, but they don't think about it in their business. You should think of your business the same way you think of your life, right? Because it's a part of your lifeline. Are you going to let your lifeline just stay flat? Or are you going to put your lifeline in place? So whereas if something was to happen to you, or something was to happen to your business, or God forbid we have another shutdown or another pandemic, you have something that's an out. You have another plan in place. So the benefits of creating a plan B exit in your business is it provides you with a distinct future vision, but it also helps you determine when to sell. That's key, because a lot of times we don't know when to sell, and we sell at the wrong time, right? Not weighing out all the benefits of when we should have sold. Also, you have to be aware of your company's value, right? That's super important. But also, a company with an exit strategy is more appealing to buyers. If you have an exit strategy, people will buy because they know that you took your business serious. But not only that, they know that you planned out your business from the beginning to the end. And now when they take on your business, they're just picking up where you left off, right? And that's the most important thing, is having something that somebody can pick up and take off with. And then making sure your paperwork is required for an exit is provided by an exit plan. A lot of times we don't have the right documents and we don't have the right papers in our business. And then we wonder why we can't either sell or exit our business, or why our business goes flat. It goes flat because you don't have the necessary stuff in place. It goes flat because you never thought about that plan B. So these are some of the benefits of creating a plan B. You should say to yourself, do I have a plan B in my business? And if I don't have a plan B, you need a plan B. Because without your plan B, how are you going to move forward if plan A fails? And a lot of times, people don't know. And if you're one of the people who don't know, now is the time for you to put that plan B into place. So I want to say to you guys, thank you so much for sticking around and finishing this to the end. I'd like to thank you for your patience. And I want to give you an exit assessment to assist you in developing a strong business plan and have that backup strategy available. So if you're somebody who is in a position, in a place, and you don't know what your exit strategy is, then you need to go to bit.ly/free exit assessment, right? And answer the questions and see where you fall within that exit assessment, right? See if you're ready for your business to sell. See if you're in a place where there are things that you need to do in between time, but also make sure you're getting yourself ready for the end, right? Because the business is also like your life. But you have to say to yourself, do I have the necessary tools in place for me to move forward? So I want to say thank you guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Once again, my name is Temycka Carpenter Carlton. I'm your exit strategist. And I hope you guys got a lot of benefit from this. And thank you so much, Danielle, for having me talk to everybody about exits.
Absolutely, guys. And thank you so much for being here again. This is part of Black Women Equal Pay Day. In order to allow maximum exposure for each speaker, if you're on Facebook, we're going to be turning off and then coming right back with the next speaker so that we can highlight them. So give us just a moment and we'll be right back. If you're in the Zoom room, you can stick tight because we'll see you. I think the next speaker is not up until 1:40, but Kaya, if you give me a thumbs up if you're ready right now, we'll keep going. All right, Temycka, thank you.
Thank you.